Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, and everybody else. Welcome back to Sector 1 Sim Racing, where tonight we will have the round 7 of our Season 10 Community Series. My name is Carbon Boy, and thank you for joining us. And joining me in the comms box tonight is none other than my fellow Cat 2 racer, Grovel. How you doing this evening, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Looking forward to my first RD in the community series.
Is it really?
It certainly is.
Nice. Well, nice to see we're popping that cherry and getting it out of the way. We've got a pretty full grid here tonight, which is fantastic to see. It's made up of a very healthy mix of community drivers and some of our regular full-time drivers from both category 1 and 2, so it should be should make for some fairly good battles up and down the grid, no matter the pace of the drivers that we have in here tonight. Now, we don't really have much of a strategy in terms of the race tonight, being that they are in a 20-minute race format with after a 10-minute qualifying, and the second race being the reverse grid format based off the results of race 1. So basically you could describe the race strategy as drive fast, don't crash. There isn't really much of a choice of tyre either. It's racing softs only, so whether the drivers choose to pit or whether they choose to just try and stick it out until the end. I have tried making a set of softs last here for 20 minutes, and even on the relatively, I suppose, gentle, you could say, gentle tyre wear of 2 times with a 2 times fuel burn as well, it's still kind of tough to get 20 minutes out of them here. Have you tried it at all, Grovel?
I am not one to ask to make a soft tyre last any length of time. I'm terrible at trying to get a tyre to last, to be honest. I sometimes just shake my head because someone will be like, oh yeah, I've still got half a tyre left, and I'll be like, 10%, just be quiet.
Now I understand why you and Muffin make such good teammates. The death to tyres mantra seems to run strong over at Ironheart, I see.
Yeah, I think that's probably why last race, although I sort of was sitting behind a few people and just saving a bit of fuel, but I think I went out to something like 27 laps on the mediums before I switched over and did softs, so I had to do less on the softs.
27 laps on the mediums here, that's a pretty impressive effort there. I mean,
yeah, it was more of a fuel save probably than anything, but yeah. But then, you look at the lap times too. I was probably running a second. I was probably running a second off the, the front runners on those mediums as well. So, what can you do?
Lap times. Let's not worry about the semantics about the whole thing, shall we? No. Minor details. Minor details. So what we will do, we will figure
out why John's trying to dog me in for something.
We will take a quick look at the track map, just so the viewers can get a quick look at the circuit we are at tonight. It is a Blue Moon Bay Infield A. It's half the oval. Oval, I guess, is a interesting term for this track. It's more of a rounded triangle, but 10 corners, 3.3 kilometers long. Half of it's fairly simple. Full throttle, turn slightly to the left, followed by a quite technical infield circuit. Mostly high speed, but you've got to be really, really precise with the turn-in points and the speed that you're carrying through the corners, because plus or minus 5 kilometers an hour can really make or break your lap times around this circuit. Ask me how I know. Not really much to it.
No, but I think it'd actually be good, maybe even in qualifying, if we remember, maybe show them a bit of an in-car view of what happens, or even a follow car, what happens to the car coming into turn one when you go from that transition of the corner onto that little straight section between turn one and turn two. If that was a real car, I would not like to be in it, I don't think.
When you come down off the banking onto the flat ground.
Yeah. When you see the way the cars hit and bounce and move around, I'm just like, man, I don't think my back can take that in real life. It's pretty severe.
Well, we can actually cut really quickly to... Well, we'll cut to it during qualifying. What I'm thinking is, how about we kick off qualifying and we can run in car with a driver of our choosing, and we can see exactly what you were talking about. How does that sound?
Yeah, I'll just give them a slight heads up if you don't mind.
Yeah, probably should give them a little bit of warning. Just going to say hello to the people in the YouTube chat. Mr. Robert Rice, aka Revs. G'day, mate. How you doing? Mr. Bumcrack, good to see you, mate. I will see the both of you. Actually, no, I won't see the both of you tomorrow night. Or will I? I know one of you is my race director tomorrow night. Also, while I'm speaking of it, tomorrow night, tune back in for the round 6 of our main series with Category 1. We'll be racing here at Blue Moon Bay tomorrow night. And yours truly shall be streaming, so you're unfortunately stuck listening to me 2 nights in a row. My apologies, but it is what it is. You just have to make the best of it. Greg's, good evening. Mr. Wade, aka Slappers, good evening, mate. I swear that's a Black Friday in the YouTube chat as well as on track. Multitasking, love to see it. So whenever you're ready to kick off qualifying, let's get it on.
Okay, here we go. Good luck, everyone.
Right,
I think
YouTube
it's going
chat.
to be some...
Just chuck in a prediction for who do you think is going to be, well, put the fastest lap down in qualifying. I've got my own sneaky prediction, and it is going to be Sneaky Steve-O as my prediction for pole position. As our cars are coming out of the pit lane now. Hopefully nobody will do what I did last week, and that was try to give the other drivers I was coming out of the pit lane with a wide berth, and stupidly swerved off to the side straight away, crossing over the pit lane and getting myself a 3-second penalty in the process. 0 out of 10, do not recommend that.
Wait to the next track.
Yeah, I don't want to know. So we've got first out on track. This is going to be very quick because it is a short lap. We have Danico in his Hooncorp livery, followed by Tim Durags in his Switchblade livery. We've got Dale Teagues in the revised Symmetry Motorsports livery. We have the System 32 file in... I've gone blank. That is Thunder Esports. There we go. We've got Mad Rick for CP Motorsports. We've got my prediction of Sneaky Steve-O for top qualifier in the Doghouse livery, followed by a former S1 driver who's still sticking around in the community series, Mr. Black Friday, racing around in the Black Rose. We've got Boy Gum in the APR livery. We've got a regular community driver in Willy.com in the Kraken livery. We've got another former Sector 1 driver, Scooter82 in the Dadson livery, making a little bit of a return after an overseas hiatus in his former team colours. We've got a very new guy, Mr. Clean-ish, in the Blacklight Motorsport livery. And we've got a former community driver, now a full-time driver, Mr. Super Fun Happy, aka George, in the Ironheart livery. And last but not least, Looks like Mr. John in the Lightning Sport livery is still sitting in pit lane. He wants to do a last first challenge tonight, so we'll see how that works out for him. Now we'll just jump on board with Danico here, and we'll have a look at what that transition from the bank section onto the flat actually looks like, so you can get an idea of what you're in for. Come down off the bank, boom, boom, and yep, you're right there, Grovel. That transition in a very stiff rate, and then back onto the banking there. If your spine is not relocated from the first one, that transition back to the bank section on the back bit will definitely have your chiropractor earning a lot of money.
Yeah.
As
tell you what, those times are changing quickly. There's about 5 cars.
I saw Scooter 82 set an absolute blinder of a time, and then Sneaky Stevo has done a sneaky and dropped a 1:13.428.
Well, I think Danico came through, and then Tim Durags was right behind him, followed by Dale Teeks, and then Willie.com, and then Sneaky Stevo. So it was changing pretty rapidly there, and there's quite a few cars looking like they're purple too, I think.
Well, there's 200s between Dale Teeks and Sneaky Stevo at the moment. A couple of hundreds between Tim Durags and Dale Teeks, as Tim Durags goes pole with a 1:13.1, and Dale Teeks sends him a return, puts it on with a 1:13.17. What the? That's like 3,000ths of a second. Holy.
Yeah.
Right.
Sneaky Steve, who was up there, he's actually pitted. It's pretty early, so he's in for a set of freshies.
He might have been in a little bit of traffic and decided, you know what, I'm going to get out of this.
I think he actually caught up to 13th, so I'd say maybe that was his idea. He could be right, I'd say.
So he's out of the pit. We've got Willie.com, P5, chasing. He's currently sitting behind Boy Bagum, who's in P7 himself.
Madrick's doing well. He's in 6th.
I was just looking at him too. Well. In the CP car, he's in P6 at the moment. He's only, it's only 6/10 off pole position, so he's certainly holding his own.
He can throw down a pretty quick lap when he wants to, Madrick.
Certainly can, having been in qualifying against him a few times this season. It's you think you've got him covered, and then just out of nowhere, he's got the Hail Mary lap on you, and he's put 6/10 on you, and he's just sitting back after qualifying thinking, how the heck did he do that?
Yeah. So he's not that far behind Willie.com, who we know is a pretty quick operator.
And Scooter 82's decided to pull the pit stop for a fresh set of rubber as well. Dale Teeks still sitting on pole by the slimmest of margins. What are we looking at here? Oh, he's improved on his time. He's gone out to 600ths of a second, which I suppose is a fairly decent margin in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, a quarter of a second between 1st and 4th at the moment.
Tim Durags is currently purple, coming through the final corner. Gets a really good run out of the final turn. Stick with him, see if he can drop a pole position time. 1:12, 1:13. Didn't quite get a decent run out of that final corner, unfortunately.
It's a tricky corner.
That's one description for it. I probably wouldn't use one that is that kind.
Yeah, it's before 9 o'clock, so I can't sort of say what else I think about it. But
well, that's where I crashed last week, so we'll leave it as I'm not a fan.
Yeah. So a few of these guys will actually be in tomorrow night's race as well. Tim Durags, Boy Begum, Danico. Bit of
early practice, you could say.
As well Tim's as, purple.
As well
It's
as
just purple.
possibly sussing out what the community guys are like and what they could be up against.
So Tim was purple on the last sector by 0.032 or something, but that's enough if you get... No, he's coming to the pits. Wow,
That's a bold choice,
Yeah.
I mean, we have just had one of our regular community drivers from this season, Zero Placement, has stepped up into the main series. His first race will actually be tomorrow night. Unfortunately, one of our main game drivers had to pull the pin, and being in a regular community driver, that put him sort of up the front of, I suppose, the short list of replacement drivers, and he got the nod and has moved up into the main game. So.
Oh, and while we're talking, there's Sneaky Sneevo slipped in there and gone to pole.
Oh, he has done a sneaky. He's done it by 25 thousandths of a second. And he's purple again through that first sector. He could make my prediction come true. Now you watch.
He's got them fresher tyres. There's been a few guys going for fresher tyres, so we could see the times drop into the 112 even.
I'm hearing a lot of tyre squealing. I think he might have just dropped it a little bit. And I'm searching into my memory banks. I do remember Scooter 82. Yep. Sneaky Stevo did have a bit of a skid moment there. He's 2 seconds down. I'm just going to drop the camera back to Scooter 82, because my memory does serve me correctly. He's, being a main series driver back in the day, he had a perpetual habit of just dropping like a clutch lap in the closing seconds of qualifying.
Yeah, he's sort of sitting behind Boybigum at the moment, so he might get a little bit of a draft off him, but he's probably going to have to get in front of him if he wants to do it.
Danico's put himself into P7. Willie.com still sitting P5. Madrick's still holding on to P6, which is a sensational effort.
By 1,000ths of a second over Danico. But I don't think Madrick went and got fresh tyres either, so...
What's the saying?
He's put a good lap in early.
It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
That's it.
Well, he's not winning. He's in front, and that's what matters in this case. So we're doing P8.
It's the final lap anyway, so...
System 32's P9. Black Friday P10. Super Fun Happy's doing pretty well. P11.
Danico is blue, so he should jump Madrick.
Oh, Sneaky Stevo's onto a cracker here. No, he won't improve. Dale Teague's finished. Tim Durags is
Boybigum to fourth on the last lap.
Just pips out Scooter 82. Black Friday's moved himself up to P6 on the final lap as well. He's come in clutch. So that's dropped
Madrick's
Willie
gone
down
from
to
6 to
P7.
9.
Oof. That's not going well for him. Still a commendable lap though.
Well, all the guys in front of him that are from Sector 1 drivers are all like Div 2 drivers, so I mean...
Or Div... Cat 1 drivers.
Cat 1 drivers, I should say.
Don't worry, I still have divisions programmed in my brain as well. I have to really have to consciously think about it. As we will just wait for the timer to run itself down, and then we'll have a quick revision of the qualifying results. And I don't think we should muck around too much tonight. I think we should just get into the race, I would say.
Yeah, I'm just going to take a couple of shots of this. I'll give the boys a quick heads up.
So just going to say g'day to Izuzu Brian in the YouTube chat. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Good to see you again. It's been a while since I've seen that name floating around. Hope you're enjoying the stream and the racing action tonight, or just maybe giving John a bit of encouragement, as we all like to do. But going over our qualifying results tonight. Thankfully, I've been proven right for, like, I think the first time in S1 history. Sneaky Stevo on pole position with a 113.136, which is very quick. Very, very quick, not going to lie. Narrowly pipping out Dale Teeks, who's a 113.161. So what's that? 15 thousandths of a 25 thousandths of a second. We do not do math on S1 stream. We do not do math. On the second row of the grid is Tim Durags and Boy Bagum. Not that far apart from each other either, which I anticipate will probably be a repeat scenario tomorrow night in their Category 1 race. In the third row of the grid, we've got Scooter 82 and Black Friday. Fourth row of the grid is Willie.com and Danico sneaking the top 8. Just being pipped out of the top 8 on the fifth row of the grid is Madrick and Deleted System 32. Pro tip, never delete the System 32 file on your PC. Things will not go well. Don't ask me how I know. Just don't. On the sixth row of the grid is Super Fun Happy and Mr. Cleanish on his debut drive in the Community Series tonight. And on his lonesome at the back of the grid, going for the last to first challenge, is none other than Mr. No Wet Tires himself, John 27. So I guess without further ado, we should kick off the first race tonight and get right into the action. What do you say, Grovel?
Sounds like a plan.
I like it.
Good luck, drivers.
Viewers, I'd like to hear your podium position predictions. No particular order, just your top 3 in any order. I have correctly picked the qualifying, or the pole position in qualifying, so I'm just going to leave my own opinions to myself. I'm going to call it there. Good evening, Diswood. Good to see you're joining Isuzu Brian in the John cheer squad, so to speak. Oh, and I have been talking way too much, and we have completely missed the race start. My bad. I am so sorry about that.
Someone sitting on the Mr. Cleanish may have missed the start of the race. Do we red flag?
I think we should. Well, I've missed the start, and so has Mr. Cleanish, so I think we should red flag it. We should definitely red flag it. Well, I think we've just set the first red flag of in the S1 Community Series.
So my first time in as RD in the Community Series, and what I've done.
I don't think it's you. I think that's Mr. Cleanish. I think we can point the finger at the mechanical maladies of his car. So we just wait for the drivers to exit the track back into the pit lane, and we can try again. There's always one driver, isn't there?
Yeah, he might have never had a red flag in.
Well, yeah, to be fair.
So. Now, I'm going to probably have to reload this up manually too, I would say.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, going to cut to a short intermission break while we get the grid set up manually. Feel free to grab yourselves a fresh drink, some snacks, have a quick toilet break. We shall be back very, very shortly.
It was actually looking.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my apologies for that slight delay there. We had a few technical issues there getting a couple of the cars back onto the grid. It's nice to see that GT7 is always doing GT7 things, but thankfully we have enough experience now to be able to somewhat quickly resolve the issues that get thrown our way. So, Growl, if you would like to smash that big, whatever colour it happens to be this week, race start button, and we'll get the action underway so all of the people in the chat can finally get some action going.
Oh, good luck again, drivers. Hopefully, second time lucky.
Second time's a charm? Third time? No, let's not do a third time.
Let's not, yeah.
I would really prefer that that does not happen.
One first for the community series is enough. Thank you.
Yes. Alright, we have 13 cars on the grid. One light, two light, three light, four light, five lights.
Well, there's a jump.
Oops, someone's been a bit
naughty.
naughty.
Dale Teaks. Yep,
There's a little bit of chaos off the start line. That's what we get with, well, I suppose that's what happens when somebody's not quite used to the false start penalty.
Yep.
Jump the start, and you get slapped for 3 seconds straight off the bat. So that's to let Sneaky Steve-O. It's giving him a bit of a free kick. Tim Durags holding down P2. Scooter's made up, what, 2 positions there? Nice and easy, up to P3. We're all running single file. Willie.com's taking advantage of the situation as well. He's up to P4. Scooter 82 goes defensive into the hairpin.
Oh, Tim went wide, and
Black
Scooter 82 has jumped in.
Black Friday has decided I'm going to sling it around the outside.
Oof.
No such luck. Scooter 82, very ambitious there, side by side into the final turn.
Yeah.
He wants P2.
He was in P2, and then Tim just said, nope, I'm taking that back.
Willie.com slides it up the inside, moves into P3. Well, this is a very feisty little battle pack here for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, they're letting Sneaky Steve-O just run away with it as well.
Last week in the early stages of the race there was a group of us that weren't particularly interested in fighting too much. There was a fair bit of bump drafting and no, you go ahead going on. It was quite good. Which I was happy to be a part of until my unfortunate skill issue.
Something's happened with Boy Become as well, because he's now back in 12th.
Oof.
And he was 4th, I'm sure.
He was definitely up there on the grid. He's had a bit of a mare.
Let's put my teammate, Super Fun Happy, into 11th. He's only one off the top 10, so he'll be happy.
John's making moves in his last to first challenge. He's up into P9, looking to send it down the inside of the system file. The final turn, gets it done, up into P8. Madrick's decided I'm going to delete System 32 as well. Gets up into P9. And he's got a huge run on John. He's going to send it down the inside into turn 1. He does not care. Here comes System 32 as well. Thinks better of it. Backs out of it. Ooh, bit nudgy.
Yeah, Tim DeRags has been pushed back down into 7th, so I'm not sure what happened there. Madrick's up into 8th.
Oh, John's looking very wide there. Sends it down the inside of System 32. How's Sneaky Steve-O doing?
Yeah, he's like happy with this because he's like 3.6, 3.7 out.
Well, he's doing a great job to start at the back of the grid for race 2, if you know what I mean. Black Friday's up into P2. How the heck did that happen?
Wow.
He's doing a great job. He always has been a driver who's just sort of runs his own race, and he's always in the right spot to just take advantage of the situation that arises in a race.
Yeah,
He's just got that knack.
There's not trying to take anything away from Sneaky Steve-O because he's now 4.5 seconds ahead. But I tell you what, there's some fast drivers in this little pack. I shouldn't say little pack because from second back to about back to about 10th or something, they're all sort of sitting on each other.
Scooter 82, did he just go around the outside of turn 1? I swear he did. I'm going to see if I can get that on a replay there.
Has someone put up some prize money for this race or something? Because they're not playing.
Not that I'm aware of.
Tinder Rags, he's fighting back. He's got himself back into 5th place. I reckon he must have got helped off, or he's had a little bit of an issue or something. So
Black Friday's into P2. Scooter 82's in P3. But Dale Teague's up into P4. He's being bump drafted along by Tim Durags. Tim Durags knows what's up here. Big Willie's in P6. Danico's side by side with John in P7, P8. John's got the inside for turn 1. Keep an eye on this and see if it gets a little spicy. John holds the inside. Danico's looking for the switchback. Can he get it done into turn... We're going to call that turn 2. Holds it into turn 3. Got some great battles going on everywhere. I genuinely don't know where to look. P2 to P6 is just... It's a ball of
trying to have a run.
Carney.
He's got him too. John into 7.
And behind him, he's got it going on with Boy Bagum and
Danico. He got past Danico. Danico's like, nah, you're not having it.
Oh, Boy Bagum was hit 3 wide into the final turn. Oh, I can't
Deleted systems like, let me go too.
Oh, 4 cars into the final turn.
What are they doing?
This is absolute mayhem. I love it. Controlled mayhem. That's let John skip away with it. He'll be breathing a sigh of relief right there.
Yeah, Danico's been put right back down into 11th out of all that. Wow.
Back up the front, Sneaky Steve-O's got 4.7 seconds. He's having the time of his life. He's currently got the fastest lap as well with a 1:13.151, which is a couple of thousandths off his qualifying time, to be honest.
Yeah.
Good old GT7 cameras doing a thing. Black Friday still got his hands full with Scooter 82, about to send it down the inside of the hairpin, under the bridge, into the braking zone. Scooter gets it done. Thank you very much, he says. I'll have that. Coming into the tabletop. That absolute bugger of a double left-hander.
Oh, Scooter 82's just gone purple as well.
Ooh, a little bit of a touch.
Black Friday.
I say a little bit of a touch. That was a big touch. Black Friday's down to P4. Dale Teagues has taken over P3. Tim Durags.
Oh, he's got a good run too.
Does indeed, and following him through is going to be Big Willie.
Willie's just gone purple, fastest lap.
Big Willie's gone purple. That's not good. 1:12.984.
Oh dear. Time is it? No. Way too early.
I'm just calling the race. I call it as I see it. Moving along. Sneaky Steve-O's 5.4 seconds. Rightio. He's just cleared out and gone. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits. Meanwhile, 5 cars behind him. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Those guys, they're all just bunched up, all swapping places. I think they've all swapped places about half a dozen times each so far.
Well, this time a lap ago, Black Friday was in P2.
He's just touched the wall again. I'm not sure. Do this is like, you'll have to forgive me because this is my first run on the community race. Do we normally do a bit of a tyre check?
About the halfway mark. About another minute or so, but we can run it now if you like.
Okay, so Sneaky
Stevo.
Yeah, his worst tyre is his front right. He's down to about 60%, I would say. Go to Dale Teeks. He's got a good 80-85% tyre. His tyre's looking really good. Scooter 82 is about 60%. Willie.com 80%. Tim DeRags, he's another good one on his tyre. Good 80-85% tyre left. Black Friday's down to about 60. John 27's probably 70.
He's actually making moves. He's done well to catch up to the back of Black Friday.
Yeah, he's got to be wearing them. He's done well on them tyres, considering the moves that he's doing, I tell you. Deleted System, he's probably at about 80%. Boy Bigum, 70-80%. Danico, he's down to about 50. Mr. Cleanish, 70%. Super Fun Happy, he's good, 80%. Madrick, who's been delegated all the way to the back after a great run at the start, he's down to about 60%.
Yeah, he's had a big drop. His previous lap time was a 122 compared to like a 114 normal lap, so he's had an absolute horror show somewhere along the line there on the previous lap. A bit unfortunate, but that's okay. It's a master strategy to start on pole position for race 2.
Exactly.
And joining in the YouTube chat in the John 27 cheer squad is Niff. Good evening, mate. Good to see good to see everyone supporting John in the only way we know how.
Dale Teeks might be reeling Sneaky Stevo back in a little bit too, because like I say, his tyres are a lot better. And
Stevo has come down about a second.
Yeah. Stevo had that really big charge at the start, and obviously that's going to hurt the tyres a fair bit.
And Dale's pulled out a 1.5 second gap to Big Willie, who's now into P3. He's gotten the better of Scooter. Scooter's now got his hands full with Tim DeRags only 3/10 off the back of him down the main straight.
Tim's done real well because he got punted back into it. Well, I don't know what happened, but he may have got helped. It might have been his own issues, but he went back to about 7th, I think, and he's pulled his way back up, and he's not letting go. In 4th place, he's having a look at him too, I think.
Oh, yep, Scooter's just decided, no, I'm backing out of that, I don't want a part of it.
I think both you and me both know that manoeuvre through between turn 1 and 2, to be honest.
Very familiar with that one, I've been on the receiving end. But that's okay. Yeah. John into P6. Black Friday's back down to P6. Could have System 32 to join in very, very soon. That gap's coming down. It's at 1.4 seconds at the moment. It's about 8 minutes to go. So what do you say? We're going to see, what, 16 laps, you'd say?
Probably.
We'll go with that. My on-the-fly maths isn't great.
Yeah, don't ask me to do on-the-fly maths.
Oh, Boy Magoo in the lovely APR livery coming through the final turn. I thought he had some company, but as it turns out, he's got 4 seconds to System 32 in front of him and 1.3 seconds to Danico behind him. So after a bit of an early charge, both Boy Magoo and Boy Bag, I'm going to have a chat to the young fella and get him to clarify how I pronounce his name, because I don't think I've said it. I don't think I've said it the same twice in a row, and I'm pretty sure I haven't said it correctly once.
That's probably my fault for saying something to you and making you self-conscious at the start.
Oh, you've just put it in my head.
Yeah.
Rightio. So after our early spiciness, we've got that gap to Dale Teeks and Sneaky Stevo is down to around about 4 seconds. Willie.com just hanging on the back of Dale. It's sort of like a 10th here, a 10th there. Tim DeRags has cleared out from Scooter a little bit by 7/10. He's now trying to catch up to the back to Big Willie. There's a 2-second gap between Scooter and John.
Tim's got a lot better tyre than Scooter as well.
Scooter's been doing a bit of death to tyres, has he?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. It's what, 3
Really-
seconds back
really-
to Black Friday, who's got less than a second back to System 32. So still 6 minutes to go, so there's enough time for System 32 to get himself up into P7.
If things finish as they are, I think the next race, Madrick and Boybegum are going to be in a really good spot, I think.
Boybegum especially, because while he's also quick, he's also very, very good at... He's also bloody difficult to pass, not going to lie.
Yeah, he hasn't been great on his tyres this run though, but don't know what happened that pushed him back so far, and sometimes if you have a bit of an incident, it can put a bit of extra wear on those tyres. So.
Madrick's pushing himself back into this as well. He's caught up to the back of Mr. Clean, who's right on the back of Super Fun Happy. And correct me if I'm wrong, but is that someone catching up?
I was about to say, Danico's going into the pits because he had about 5% tyre left.
Oh wow, that's oof.
I wonder if he's on controller, because some of these guys, like Willie.com, he's got, I don't know, 60% tyre left. He's really good. Tim's probably at 50%.
And Willie's doing really well as well. He's currently got the fastest lap with a
Black
1:12.9.
Friday.
And
Black
he's
Friday's gone off.
running consistent 1:13s and maintaining his tyre life as well. So that's a little bit scary. That's very impressive. Also a little scary.
Black Friday's dropped back to 12. He's gone and went off and into the wall. I'm not sure what happened there.
I'll see if I can catch it on the replay, but I have my doubts as to whether I can.
He's up against the wall. Up against the wall, spinning the tyres as well, so I'm not sure if he's had a bit of a technical issue.
Yeah, I definitely have missed that. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Tim's now out to a bit over a second, 1.2 ahead of Scooter. Dale Teeks has brought that gap from Sneaky Steve down to 2.5 seconds. So
What's the tyre life like between Sneaky and Dale?
Well, Dale had a massive advantage, but it's now down to, there's probably about 8% difference or so, I would say. Because I think Dale has been, since he got out clear from that other little pack, I think he's been pushing pretty, well, he's down to under 2 seconds.
So Dale still has the tyre advantage. Oh, he just clips the wall there. That's going to hurt.
Didn't want to put the mocker on him.
Might give Sneaky Steve a bit of it. Well, that gap's still coming down. It's down to 1.4 now.
Wow, he's really dropping it down.
And there's, what, two and a half minutes to go.
Yeah, because that's Dale's first 1:14. All these others are 1:13, whereas Sneaky's... I keep mixing that up. Sneaky Steve-O, since lap 10, he's been in the 14s. And his last lap was a 15, so... Those tyres are really struggling for Steve by the look of it.
And Willie.com's just hanging in there. He's 2.3 seconds back, but he's got 1.6 seconds to Tinder Rags, who's managed to get 1.5 seconds out to Scooter, who's got John just 8/10 behind. So John's done a fantastic job to get up to P6 from last on the grid, which was 13th. System 32's having a bit of a run around in a bit of open space by himself at the moment. He's got 6 seconds either way. I know this feeling myself. It can be a bit lonely cutting laps by yourself. That's all right.
I think most of us have been there.
I'm sure we all have at some stage or another. Boy Baggin, P8. He's also got a bit of clear air. He's got 5 seconds in front, 3 seconds behind. Super Fun Happy's made his way up to P9, into the top 10. Madrick into P10. Black Friday, after his bit of a horror show, he's right on the back of Madrick, so he might just get back into 10th.
Sorry, but Sneaky Steve-O and Dale Teeks, there's 1 second between them. And I think the top few guys will actually go into 17 laps. Maybe the top 4 or 5 might go into 17 laps.
Yeah,
but he's pushing.
I reckon those top 2 will definitely get a 17th. 3rd and 4th? Yep, they will. They will as well. I've done some very quick math on the fly.
I'm really quick at math, I'm just not accurate.
Accuracy? Wait, that's a requirement?
Apparently.
Ah. Guess I'm in trouble then.
It's going to be one thing for him to catch him. It's going to be another thing completely to pass him. But there's not much difference in tyre.
All right, so Sneaky Steve-O and Dale Teeks cross the line. Big Willie gets another one. Tim Durags gets another one. John into P5 now sneaks another one. Scooter 82 gets another one. Our first finisher is System 32. Boy Bagoom. He's got a neck-and-neck run with Super Fun Happy. Super Fun Happy just gets him on the line with a great run out of the final corner.
Well
Tips
done.
in for P9. Madrick picks up P11. Mr. Cleanish gets P12. Danico, after that late pit stop, picks up P13. But back up the top, we've got Sneaky Steve-O, Dale Teeks, less than a second in it. Sneaky Steve-O might just hang on to things here.
I think Willie.com pulled up a little bit on Dale Teeks, and Tim's also pulled up as well. So them guys have all got a little bit quicker towards the end of the race. Just a little bit better on the tyre conservation, I think.
Top 2, no taps on the wall. That was the only thing that might have helped out Dale, is if Sneaky Steve had just clipped the wall. But Sneaky Steve is going to hang on for the win here in race 1. From pole to the win. Dale Teeks takes out P2. Big Willie rounding out the podium in P3. Tim Durags, after a bit of a rough start to the race, finishes up in P4. John comes on home in P5 and Scooter 82 in P6. And ladies and gentlemen, that is all she wrote. And we shall have ourselves a quick recap of the race results. So, in taking out the race win is Sneaky Steve-O, P2, Dale Teeks, P3, also with the fastest lap of a 1:12.984 is a Big Willie. And P4, Tim Durags, P5, John 27, P6, Scooter 82, P7, System 32. I like how that rolls off the tongue. That's some good work there, guys. Good finishing order. P8, Mr. Super Fun Happy. P9, Mr. Boy Baggum. Mr. P10 is Black Friday. P11 is Madrick. P12 is Mr. Cleanish. And rounding out our grid tonight, P13, Danico, after the pit stop due to the rapidly deteriorated tyres he was experiencing. So we shall take a quick little break here while we get our grid set up for race 2, which of course is the reverse grid. So ladies and gentlemen, quick toilet break, grab a drink, grab a snack, etc. We shall be back very, very shortly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We have a slightly revised grid. We have had one of our drivers had to skip out tonight. Unfortunately, he was late for another engagement, but that's okay. Thank you very much, Mr. System 32, for coming along and having a race tonight. We look forward to having you back in the future. It is a pleasure to have you as always. We do have our reverse grid set tonight. Unfortunately, no, it is not a reverse layout. We are going to be continuing to race in the same direction, but the last to first challenge now goes to Sneaky Stevo. Since he won race 1, he will be starting at the back of the grid. So let's see if he can achieve what John unfortunately could not. Now there's a little bit of ammunition for the John 27 cheer squad in the YouTube chat to use, aka Diswood, Brian and Niff. And also Slappers appears to be joining in the cheer squad antics. So what do you say, Mr. Grovel? We don't keep these guys waiting and we just get straight into the action. Hopefully we don't have to have a repeat red flag. I'm really not keen on that. But it was in everyone's best interest with a driver stuck on the grid.
Okay, good luck.
Just realised I have not pushed the right button that would enable people at home to hear you. So now that they can...
Lucky them.
Well, it could be worse. They could have to listen to me all night. No way.
And tomorrow night.
They
They should be so lucky, mate. They should be so lucky.
Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. 2 nights in a row of Carmel Boy. What more could you want? Actually, there's probably lots of things. Alright, so we have cars on the grid. No lights just yet, but that's okay. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, make it 5. And I have had something go wrong here. Something is not right.
It's looking good on my end, so... But I am not the streamer, and so... Not really seen any movement so far. We've got Danico out the front, Mr. Cleanish, Black Friday. And just as I say that, there's a few going in. Oh, someone's been pushed wide. Boy Begum right up to 2nd place already. Black Friday's into 3rd. Tim de Rags is into 4th. Wow. Sneaky Stevo's up into 10th. Dale Teeks is 9th. Willie in 8th. So there's a push on. Danico though holds 1st place for the 1st lap. Oh, something's happened at the front between Boy Begum and someone else, and they've dropped off a little bit, which has given Nico a little bit over a 2nd gap. A little bit of a pack building up here. Oh, Tim de Rags, he's getting a little bit feisty. He's on the back of Boy Begum, giving him a little bit of a let's get going, boys. Madrick still holding well in 5th place. Just waiting to see if a few of the others are starting to move up. It might take him a few laps, I think. Oh, someone's just gone off.
Sorry, thank you very much, Grovel, for keeping the running commentary going. I have managed to overcome whatever the heck happened. I had my console just completely freeze up and not want to continue.
That's all right. I hope everyone could hear my bad fill-in commentary, but
no,
yeah, you sort of
nothing bad
disappeared.
about it. That fill-in commentary was brilliant.
John 27 is in third.
Oh, look out.
Madrick still holding well in fifth. Tim Durags is in fourth. This is going to be on for young and old, I think. This is going to be one race, really, really top race. Sneaky Steve-O's already in ninth.
Madrick's managing to hold station against Big Willie in turn one. He's looking very feisty though. Dale Teeks has got a very racy looking Scooter 82 behind him. Who's also got a very racy Sneaky Steve-O behind him. He's in P9. He's moving
John
his way up.
27. He's given Tim the let's get going look.
Looking around the outside of the tabletop. Wants to get the run. He's giving Tim Durags a bit of a tap-tap. Come on, let's go, boys.
These fast guys that were up the top of the field are slowly making their way through the field. Danico, though, still holding that 1.5.
We know his tyres suffered in the last race. We'll see if he can improve a little bit on the tyre wear this time around.
Yeah, he might have been playing possum a bit.
You think?
I don't know, he's holding that 1.5 pretty steady, but like you say, he could be hurting those tyres right at the start a little bit too. It's
A bit of sandbagging going on maybe? I don't know. Madrick's doing a good job of keeping Big Willie behind him.
He certainly is. As we obviously seen that Big Willie, he's got some pace and he knows how to wheel that car around. So for Madrick to keep in front of him.
Dale Teeks has still got Scooter 82 behind him. Still got Sneaky Steve-O behind him. He's keeping him in check. Mr. Clean has got the hold of Super Fun Happy at the moment. Mr. Boy Bagham's had an absolute mare somewhere along the lines. He's back in P12 and a fair way off the back. So looks like lap 2 he had one could only describe it as a little bit of minor death with a 126 lap. Sorry, a 128. That's just not great.
Willie's getting really close to Madrick. John 27 is not letting go of Tim either.
Yeah, I just switched into that little battle pack with Black Friday, Tim and John. That is, whoa, that is not a place that I would like to be right now. And then just behind them, you've got Madrick, Big Willie, Dale, Scooter.
Ooh. That slowed things up and has dropped Tim right back into fourth. John's now having a go on the outside of Black Friday.
Brave. He wants to get it done before the final turn. I think Black Friday doesn't want a bar of it. Tucks it in back behind John.
Nico out to nearly 1.8 he's out to. Why these guys are battling. Going to be interesting to see though, because I think once John now is in front of Black Friday, I reckon he's going to go for that front position pretty quickly.
Jump on board Tim Durags here down the main straight. He's following Black Friday.
That bump in that, oof.
Really unsettles the car.
Yeah.
Tim Durags has got a great run out of turn 1 on the back of Black Friday. Backs off. Just running on board with Tim here. Great footage of watching Black Friday getting a little squirmy.
Willie and Dale Teeks has gotten in front of Madrick, which is putting him under the pressure of Scooter 82.
Tim sends it down the inside at the right-hand hairpin. Picks up into P3. He's not going to let go of John that easily. I think they're both going to put their heads down. Danico's only a couple of tenths up the road now. Well, up the road from John. Less than a second in it. Friday's back to P4. Got less than a second back to P5 to Big Willie. He's got half a second back to Dale, P6. 7/10ths back to Scooter, half a second back to Sneaky Steve-O, still on a small charge for his first challenge. He's got a bit of work to do, but it's not insurmountable because Sneaky Steve-O, while he's in P8, it's only 4 seconds to the leader, which is the Nico still at this stage.
And John 27 has done the fastest lap too with a flat 1:13. So,
oof.
Yeah, he's like, I'm here, boys.
And just watching Sneaky Steve-O then, he's gone purple through that first sector, so he might be putting another shot across the bows.
John's just gone in front, and I think Tim has Danico lined in his sights as well.
Yep, John's up into P1. Yeah, like you said, Tim Durags is going to want to follow him. He's not going to want to get held up by Danico for too long. Can he maintain the run down the main straight? Well, main straight with a big curve in it. Danico manages to hold on this for now.
That has pushed Madrid all the way back to 9th.
Tim Durags gets some inside run coming out of turn 1. Gets the move done before turn 2. Great racing. He's going to get right back onto the back of John. Pick up where he left off. Black Friday still hanging in there in the Black Rose car. P4. Big Willie's still... Ooh, he's getting very defensive with Scooter 82. Dale Teeks is looking for a move up the inside of the hairpin. We've got Sneaky Steve-O in P8 as well. He's still hanging about. He's got 3 very feisty guys in front of him. Might be finding it a bit difficult to get past.
Yeah, these cars being all exactly the same, catching someone is one thing, getting past them is something entirely different.
I think we're about to see Scooter's attempt at that to try and get past... No, sorry, that's Dale trying to get past Scooter down the main straight. Tucks back into the slipstream.
Oh,
Sits
so
behind.
tricky.
Oh, Scooter's had a massive moment at turn 1. Nearly puts himself into the wall coming back up onto the embankment, where it just really unsettles the car.
He's 2/10ths purple though. It's very tricky, those corners when you're sitting right on someone's bumper and you get those bumps and you lose that sort of little bit of... Like, these cars aren't super for aerodynamics, but it's, you know, when you're that close to someone's bumper, it doesn't take much to lose the little bit of downforce off the front that you do have, and easy to put it sideways or into the wall, that's for sure.
I can confirm about the putting into the wall part. I am very good at that.
Ginger Rags is not letting John go, that's for sure.
Definitely not. I was about to say, there's only half a second in it for John at the moment. Black Friday still hanging in there as well in the P3. He's 1.5 seconds off the back of Tim Durags, but he's still 7/10ths up on Danico. He's in P4, who's currently got Big Willie hanging it around the outside of turn 1. Can he make it happen?
Is Tim about to outdo John?
I think he has.
Yes.
In a cookie cutter maneuver.
John's coming back. John. I shall tell you something though, I don't want to spoil things, but John's tyre's down to about 50%, whereas Tim's got a good 75% tyre left.
Okay, so 50% tyre in 12 minutes, that's not terminal, but like you said, no. that is a big difference in grip quality between the two drivers. Sneaky Steve-O, keeping an eye on him. He's up into P6. I think Big Willie's had a bit of a moment because he's dropped down to P7. Dale Teagues is in PA.
I think Danico might be in trouble with tyres. He's doing better than last time, but he still has more tyre wear than the guys in front of him and the guys behind him.
So Scooter 82's in P5. He's bringing Sneaky Steve-O with him. The gap from Sneaky Steve-O to the lead is just over 4 seconds, so it has increased a little bit. But if he wants to do the last to first challenge, he's definitely going to need to get a move on. And as I say that, he's gone purple through that first sector.
And he has got himself in front of Willie and Dale Teague, so he's got himself in front of two pretty quick operators, so he's doing really well.
Those were two of the drivers in the 3-car pack that was in front of him, sort of maybe hindering his progress a little bit. Because they were having a little bit of a battle amongst themselves, and I think, well, I'm not sure what happened with Big Willie and Dale, but nothing good, considering they've dropped down a couple of positions. So we're going to see, I think we will see a move by Scooter on Danico here into turn 1. He's got a great slipstream going down the main straight. That's it, moves to the inside. Fairly safe to say he's going to have this done before they get on the brakes. Easy as you like.
I think Sneaky Steve-O is going to be right on Danico shortly as well. That's not stating the obvious, but yeah.
Let's jump on board with Sneaky Steve-O and have a bit of a ride along with him. He's got a great line through that turn 4. Nice and smooth. Does he look to the inside for the hairpin? Does. Backs out of it. Knows he's not going to make it move. Great decision making. Just hangs in there in the double left-hander through the tabletop. It's just important through the final corner. Gets a good run. Gets right onto the back of that Hoopcourt car of Danico. Might have just played a little bit of Morse code on the rear bumper, which cost him a little bit of speed, but he is going to have the slipstream here. And pulls to the inside, and pretty safe to say he'll have this done in a copy-paste maneuver of what Scooter pulled on Danico in the previous lap.
Yeah, and Danico is probably down to about 10%, maybe a little bit more tyre.
Oh, Danico is just an absolute tyre murderer.
I could probably give him a run for his money.
I can imagine the tyre bill if you, Muffin, and Danico were teammates. Like, just the sheer cost of rubber in that team would be astronomical.
I was going to say, Tim's about a second ahead of John, but it's just dropped below a second, so John's holding station.
The gap hasn't exactly blown out. Black Friday's still doing a great job of hanging on to P3 here. He's got 1.7 to John, but he's got 1.3 to Scooter 82.
Scooter 82 is not far away from being under attack from Sneaky Steve-O either.
He's within slipstream there. He's let down to less than a second. Lost a bit of time trying to get past Danico, but probably not as much as Scooter would have liked him to lose.
And not wanting to throw anyone under the bus, but wonder what happened to Boy Gum. He's back in 12th. I swore he was up towards the pointy end area.
He had a bit of a horror show early on. I think it was lap 2. He ran like a 1:28 second lap.
Okay.
I think he had an early incident, possibly a spin into a wall somewhere, so he's actually been back in P12 since early on the second lap of the race. And he's actually done a great job to catch back up to Mr. Clean here. So we'll give him a little bit of TV time for his trouble. As he makes his way past, Mr. Clean had a bit of a mare moment there in turn 4. He's got Super Fun Happy 3 seconds up the road from him, who's 2.3 seconds behind Madrick.
Tell you what, Boybegum's got about 10% tyre left as well. So I'm not sure what's gone on there. Maybe once again a bit of a spin or something's put a bit of wear and extra wear on that tyre.
A gap between Tim and John has come down to 8/10.
Which is interesting because Tim's tyre, he's got by far the best tyre out of the top 5 guys.
So we got Scooter 82 in P4. He's 3/10 off the back of Black Friday. It's looking very, very racy here. Scooter definitely wants P3 here.
And Sneaky, I keep saying that wrong. Sneaky Stevo has dropped right back to about 1.2. Well, it's over his 1 it's jumping around a bit, but what's going on? He's losing pace, or he's under fire from someone, is he?
Yeah, he's got Dale
Teeks giving him a hard time.
Yeah, Dale Teeks is playing a bit of Morse code on the rear bumper there, saying, "Hello, how you going, Governor? I'm right here. I want that spot too."
Yeah, he took it off him, didn't he?
Oh,
so he's like, I'm taking it back.
They're side by side going through the final bend, but Dale Teeks has picked off Sneaky Stevo. And I think Scooter has just got the move done on Black Friday across the line. Has he got him covered into turn 1?
Dale Teeks' tyre is a lot better than Sneaky Stevo's.
Black Friday doesn't want to let this go though. He's thought better of it. He's tucked back in turn 2. Doesn't want to do the old the Tim Durags maneuver through there. That camera glitch in turn 3 is really giving me the irrits.
Yeah. Tim's now back out to 1.3. John's got a good 3 seconds over Scooter.
Scooter's taken a very commanding hold of P3. And Dale Teeks is within half a second of Black Friday, and he's bringing Sneaky Stevo with him. And joining in the party is Big Willie in P7. So if Black Friday is not careful, he could find himself dropping down from P4 down to P7 in a very rapid fashion.
If you don't mind showing all the way back to 10th, I'm going to give my teammate a shout out. Super Fun Happy.
Sorry, I'm just watching this pack at the moment as Dale Teeks has taken P4, Sneaky Stevo's taken P5. Black Friday's down to P6 in the matter of 1 corner, and we have got the final lap out. So Danico has crossed the line. No, Danico is our first finisher, and Madrick just holds out over Super Fun Happy. Boy Bagoom has a handbrake issue over the finish line. And we will get a little bit of TV time here for Mr. Clean as he's warming up the tyres or wearing them out completely over the finish line. As he's our last finisher, Tim Durags is actually pulled out to 1.4 seconds over John. Lots of clear air back to Scooter 82, who's got a very comfortable gap, and there he is right on for P4 and 5 with Sneaky Stevo and Dale Teeks. And Big Willie and Black Friday battling it out for 6th and 7th, but a very convincing race to win tonight will go to Tim Durags as he's coming down the final straight for the last time tonight. Final straight last time, what am I talking about? Yeah. John finishing P2, Scooter 82 in P3, Sneaky Stevo just peeping out Dale Teeks by 300ths. P6, a Big Willie, and ladies and gentlemen, that is all she wrote. Wow, that got fairly hectic in the last couple of minutes of the race.
It crept up on me, the finish. Sorry about that. I was like, let's go back and have a look at 10th because his tyre, my teammate's tyre was a lot better than Madrick's, and I'm like, he's on for it here. And then you're like, hang on a minute, we're on the last lap.
Yep. Yeah. I was a little bit the same. That race finish kind of caught me a little bit unawares.
Yeah.
So, we shall take a quick look over those race results for race 2. And in P1 is Tim Durags. P2, John 27, who also takes out the fastest lap of a 1:13.031. P3 in a great return drive to the community is Scooter 82. P4 can't quite get that first challenge done, but still a commendable effort. Sneaky Stevo. P5 Dale Teeks. P6 just being pipped on the finish line is Big Willie. P7 Black Friday, who just got absolutely overrun in those last 2 laps, couldn't quite hold on to his P3 position, but P7 still I'd be fairly happy with that, not gonna lie. P8 Danico. P9 Madrick, who just pipped out your boy Super Fun in P10. P11 after an early horror show, Boy Bagoom. And P12 Mr. Clean, thank you very much for coming along on your first drive tonight. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is round 7 of our community series for season 10, Run and Done. So, YouTube chat, driver of the day, throw in your nominations, please, while Mr. Grobble, what are your thoughts?
Man, I've been thinking about it and looking up and down the field. I'm just like, it's hard to give it to the winners, so sort of Sneaky Stevo and Tim DeRags is sort of out, even though I'm looking at Tim DeRags and he went from, what was he, about 4th last in the start of this or something. He was quite a way back and he's made his way all to the front and did a convincing win. Like a Sneaky Stevo is all the way up to 4th. I'm probably going to give it to Dale Teeks.
I gotta say, I actually concur with you on that one. While he didn't get the win, he didn't get pole position, didn't get a fastest lap, he had a very solid drive in both races. So,
yeah,
showed great racecraft, great speed, and well, top 5. Certainly nothing to be sneezed at, because this field is, well, there's a lot of talent here, not
it's
gonna lie.
stacked.
I'm looking at the field myself and thinking if I finished in the top 10, I would be absolutely over the moon. So, yeah, there's a lot of talent here, not gonna lie. So, yeah, my thoughts, Dale Teeks for driver of the day. It's a bit quiet in the YouTube chat. We do have one driver of the day nomination for Sneaky Stevo, but yeah, I'm thinking we just handball it over to Dale Teeks and call it done.
Yeah, like we say, like, you know. Also, John started last in the first race, made his way up, then from midfield sort of made his way again up into second. Who actually was leading for a while. Danico also, I know he started in first from a reverse grid, but he held, I think, the first 6.5 laps in first place against this field. That's no easy feat. And I think what really hurt him was probably the tyre wear. I could be wrong. I'm wondering if maybe he's on a controller or, yeah, it's a sort of one of those tricky tracks though that seems to be pretty hard on tyres.
That tyre wear for him was definitely brutal.
20 minutes on even though the tyre wear is less than what we're running in the main series. To run softs 20 minutes. Yeah, like even some of the top guys, like Tim DeRags was probably the best guy that I've seen on his tyre. Like, he was maintaining a fast pace. If you have a look at his fastest time, John got the fastest lap, which was a flat 13.031, whereas Tim was 13.094. So, you know, he was pretty damn close to that fastest lap.
That could be,
but his tyres,
for the guys racing tomorrow night, you know, seeing Tim DeRags being able to conserve his tyre as well as running very consistent, very fast laps. Yeah, watch out tomorrow night.
Interesting. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting tomorrow night, I think, because guys like Muffin, like you mentioned before, will probably come out with some sort of alternate strategy and turn everything upside down its head compared to what we did in Cat B.
Yep, the Cat 1 guys always tend to go for the spicy strategy, who instead of us Cat 2 guys who go with a very bland, very vanilla, so to speak, kind of strategy most of the time.
The worst thing is that they look after their tyres and their fuel better, and they're still like a second or two quicker. So I wish one of them would pass on that code. I'm sure it's triangle 00 square XX triangle, but just can't get it to work myself.
Up, down, left, right. Oh wait, that's a
Konami.
No, that's anyway. Just like to say thank you very much to all the drivers who came along and raced tonight in our community series. It is absolutely fantastic to have you all putting on the show for us tonight, and I hope that you all enjoyed yourselves. To all the viewers watching tonight, thank you very much for tuning in. Your support is always appreciated. If you haven't already, please do the usual like, subscribe, you know, all that sort of jazz. That really helps our algorithm and helps our reach to spread the joy that Sector 1 is for all of us. I don't know if that's the best description, but anyway. Also, just like to throw in a quick plug for our main game, Category 1 here at Blue Moon Bay, which will be back on the YouTube as of 6:30 PM Australian Eastern Time tomorrow evening. So if you've got the time, please join in, and look forward to you gracing me with the pleasure of your company tomorrow evening. On that note, anything else you'd like to say, Mr. Grovel? Thank you again for being race director tonight. It's great to have you back in the comms box again. It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure, thank you. And only thing I'd probably like to add is no bias, but go Geesh and Muffin tomorrow night.
No bias, no bias
at all.
No bias at all.
And that's some good racing.
Yes, on that note, I'd like to say thank you to our Sector 1 sponsors of APR Automotive, Boxer Beauty, JSM Accounting, Adelaide Ceramic Coatings, and Next Level Racing for all of your support that helps us put on this fantastic racing league for you all. And I'm running out of things to say, and I'm going to start waffling very soon. So on that note, I'm going to bid you all adieu. Thank you again for joining us tonight, and I will catch you again tomorrow. Goodbye.